Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for being here. This is the Administration and Finance Committee. We have a couple of the members and Dr. Brumley to go across the street. As you know, legislature is in session. There's some bills that they needed to go and speak on, so hopefully they'll be back. But if not, we will move on so we can get this done this afternoon in a timely manner. Is there a call to order here, and roll call, please?
Mr. Conrad. Mr. Conrad is not present. Dr. Armstrong? Here. Dr. Armstrong is present. Mr. Birkin?
Here.
Mr. Birkin is present. Mr. Castile? Here. Mr. Castile is present. Ms. Champagne?
Here.
Ms. Champagne is present. Dr. Clark? Dr. Clark is present. Mr. Harris? Here. Mr. Harris is present. Mr. Hollis? Here. Mr. Hollis is present. Ms. Holloway? Ms. Holloway is not present. Ms. Mellring? Ms. Mellring is not present. Mr. Morris? Mr. Morris is not present, but you do have a quorum.
Thank you. First item, please.
Your consent agenda is ready for approval.
Consent agenda is before you. A motion? We have a motion and a second. Okay. For the consent agenda, is there any discussion? Any objections? Seeing none, carries. Next item, please.
On page 7, item 4.1, consideration of a report from Education Finance staff concerning Bessie authorized charter school budgets and expenditure reports, including irregularities or concerns. Recommendation is to receive the report.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Any objections? Seeing none, motion carries. Next item.
On page 14, item 4.2, consideration of LDOE contracts greater than $50,000. Recommendation is to approve.
A motion. Dr. Armstrong, second. Second. Mr. Harris. Any discussion? Contracts greater than 50? Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask that or find out if, as we're dealing with these contracts, if we could get them sooner than just the week before this meeting. As far as if anyone's here from LDOE that handles this, but in my experience, this does not give me enough time to fully investigate these contracts or call the appropriate people to ask questions. So I was wondering if LDOE, surely they know what contracts are going to be coming to this meeting or the June meeting and can get them to us earlier, if there's a way to do that. Being new to the board, I don't know if that's the case, but.
Ms. Beth, thank you for being here.
Bestina with the department. We can get them to you about 2 weeks ahead of that. We do have them internally. It goes through some very rigorous reviews, but we can get you some information ahead of that.
Yeah, that would be great, because right now I'm getting them, we get a packet mailed to us, and it gets to us on like Friday before this meeting, or sometimes Saturday, and of course we can go online and get the stuff, and sometimes the executive part is not on there. But when it comes to these particular contracts, some of these are exceptionally large. And I think that it would behoove the department to send them to us maybe a couple weeks in advance so that we could call anyone in the department and ask them particulars about each contract, if we so desire.
Okay.
So if y'all could set that up, that'd be
adjust-
great.
Yes, sir. We'll adjust our ability to send you that ahead of time. We'll work something on getting that to you.
Okay, thank you.
And Ms. Beth, before we have spoken right before the meeting with Ms. Shono, and at our June meeting, we will have an executive overview of the contracting process all the way through, from less than 50, 50 to 75, and 75 and above. How does that, all of that take place? What are the processes that they have to go through? Who are the people that they can pick from? So we'll have a full report at that meeting. Okay, thank you. So we have a motion and a second on the contracts over 50,000. Any objections? Seeing none, motion passes. Next item, please.
On page 27, item 4.3, consideration of federal and state grants and allocations to LEAs, Type 2 charters, Type 5 charters, approved non-public schools, and community-based organizations, formula, competitive, and other. Recommendation is to approve.
Okay, so motion to receive. Ms. Champagne, second. Mr. Harris, any discussion?
I would like to recuse myself from item 4.3 for Orleans Parish and Sophie B. Wright High School.
Okay. Any other discussion? Any objection? Seeing none, that motion passes. Next item, please.
On page 63, item 5.1, consideration of HE funding cycle activities, approval of HE statewide programs for fiscal year 2024, 2025. Recommendation is to approve as outlined.
Do we have a motion? Is that Ms. Armstrong, second? Ms. Champagne? Any discussion? Hearing none. Any objections? Seeing none, motion is approved. Next item.
On page 84, item 5.2, consideration of program and budget revisions on HE statewide grant programs for fiscal year 2023, 2024. Recommendation is to approve as outlined.
Do we have a motion? Mr. Harris, second. Ms. Champagne, any discussion? Any feedback? Anything? All right. Any objections? Seeing none, motion passes. Next item.
On page 105, item 6.1, consideration of an update report regarding the Louisiana 2024 regular legislative session. Recommendation is to receive the report. We updated the backup on this yesterday afternoon, and a handout has been distributed to your spot.
Bunch of moving parts, and in fact, that's why a couple of the members are not here, because they're testifying across the street as we speak. ESA bill is a big thing, obviously, that's going to end up coming back to us. There's another bill that Chuck Owen had put forth that passed that brings a lot of these let teachers teach kind of thing. It's going to be coming back to us. We decide what's pertinent, what's necessary, what's not. So we're looking forward to that and easing that burden on our teachers, hopefully. Any other reports on anything of note? Ms. Townsend, anything?
We
All
do,
right.
we do need a motion to receive.
Okay, oh, I'm
and a
sorry.
second.
I'm just blabbling on there. Mr. Harris is a second. Ms. Champagne. Any other discussion? Any objection? Motion passes.
That concludes your agenda.
Man, that's a rough one. Thank you.